Yo, we live, man. Today, I got a special guest from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia's own, Lord Pretty Cowboy, Atif Oberelton. What's going on, champ?
What up? What up? What up?
Man, it's a blessing to have you on the show, man. You actually gave my first interview, man, and I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? You made me want to do more interviews. I'm getting better at my interview game thanks to you. You know what I mean?
Many more to come, man. You already know.
Man, I'm just trying, man. Man, I'm gonna get right to it, man. Um, you got a main event coming up next month. You know what I mean? It reminds you of them boxing after dark they used to have, but
Yeah.
Showbox. You got a main event coming. How does it feel to see your name and your picture on a poster of a main event on Showtime, man?
About time, man. I've been waiting for it. I've been grinding my whole life for this, and the exposure that I'm finally getting is what I've been wanting, and I feel like I've been needing.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. You taking on a man named Bruce off.
Yeah.
Have you seen any tape on him? Are you familiar with him? I'm not.
I wasn't at first. I seen tape once I figured out I was fighting him, and
Okay.
pretty much just a regular European Russian style. He want to come forward and just throw punches. So
Them Russian dudes are tough. You know what I'm saying? And I know that you don't take I know that you don't I know, you don't overlook no opponent. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're not underestimating nobody. And based off what I know about you, I don't think you would anyway. You know what I mean? I think you are
yeah,
focused and I think dude's in for a long night. I think it's gonna be a short night, man. But speaking of that, your last opponent, I'm sure he got the scouting report. A lot of guys go in there with a fighter like yourself, and they see that you got all knockouts, right? You know what I mean? Six
yeah,
and 0. So a lot of times what these guys do is they want to be the man to say, "Yo, he ain't knocked me out." So they only go in there just to survive. What up? They only go in there just to survive, man. And I spoke on that, in the
yeah.
video. Um, Dude was in there to not get knocked out. He was in there only to say, yo, he ain't knocked me out. You know what I mean? Atif Oberelton might be a knockout artist, but he didn't get me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely that's how they think. But hey, man, you still fell victim to my success because guess what? You still another win on my record. So
Yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's how I look at
You
it.
you talk about the boxing gods. You know what I'm saying? I seen an interview where you talking about the boxing gods. You know what I'm saying? That you never planned to box. It just kind of fell into place. You know what I mean? It just happened. And coming from Philadelphia, I know it's a big boxing city. Some people are hoopers. Some people sell drugs. You know what I mean, some people, it's all type of avenues in Philly, man. But the boxing scene in 2022, how would you describe Philadelphia and just the amateur scene and the professional scene and where you stand out in Philly?
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. One moment. Let me go somewhere else.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, okay, you motherfuckers loud.
No, no, go ahead. You good?
All right, we can do outside. Go ahead. What you asked me again?
Hey, matter of fact, I like the interview better outside, man.
Yeah, it's
But,
better
hey,
light and everything.
where
Yeah,
you at? West Philly?
yeah. West Philly right here.
That's what's up, man.
60th.
Hey, that's the first place I seen you at the gym in West Philly. Yeah,
Yep.
man. Coming from a city like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a lot of people. It's a lot of avenues: football, basketball. The boxing. Philly has always been known to be a boxing city. Um,
Right.
you say that you didn't choose boxing. Boxing kind of chose you in a way. Can you
Right.
elaborate a little bit more on that?
Cause I don't know exactly where my love for the sport just came. It just like came to me. A lot of people, they ask you what made you start fighting and what made you start boxing and all that. And I can't really explain it. I just had a love for it and it just like took me to it. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't know why I wanted to do this. This is the hardest profession in the world, and you got to be a
Hey,
gladiator. But I just chose to do it, and I love it. So like it's one of them things where when you got a deep love for something, you can't really explain it, and that's how it is with boxing, and that's why I say, I was chosen.
yes, sir. I love that. Love that, man. You said the boxing guys chose you, and you talk about the law of attraction a lot, man. And I see your style, man. I see the swag, man. You come in dancing like the late great Emmanuel Burton, Emmanuel Augustus. You know what I mean?
Uh,
A lot of people don't believe in themselves to have enough confidence to kind of present themselves how you do, bro. You got your own style. You stand out. I like that. A lot of guys be they're a little timid. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they're scared to just stand out. You ain't scared of that. You know what I mean? Talk about the law of attraction. You know what I mean? Because I believe that's a real thing.
The law of attraction is real, man, because it could work for you and it can work against you. So you got to be careful what you say. Even the negative things, you will attract those things too if you're not being careful. So the law of attraction pretty much works. Whatever you say and speak into the universe or you feel, it becomes into action and it becomes into play. And I feel like that has a big thing to do with confidence, and it has a big thing to do with moving forward and wanting to be positive, and you want to set certain goals for yourself. So I think that's something that everybody should look up and learn to use because it's definitely important. And at times life it could be hard, and you need those little things. You need them little cheat codes to keep you moving forward.
Do you feel that people could attract negativity to themselves? You mentioned law of attraction, so it's like you feel like people attract positive things because they speak it into existence. You know what I mean?
That's what I That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was saying. Like the law of attraction could work against you. You could attract positive things. You could always keep saying, man, nobody love me, or I'm going to die, or I'm going to die. You calling those things into your life because other than God, God is the final say so in our life. But other than that, we control our lives. So you got to be careful what you speaking into your life. Just like you got to be careful what you putting into your body. You got to be careful what you feed your mind. You feed your mind garbage, you're gonna get garbage. You feed your mind, organic stuff and fruitful things, you're gonna get fruitful things and organic things.
Man, that's dope right there, man. To everybody listening to this, man, I love that right there, man. For all the young fighters out there tuning in, I love that. You get back what you put out, and it matters how you carry yourself, what you put into your body. You know what I mean? That's why I love going by the little slogan of "Real men drink water," man. You know, a lot of people feel like they need alcohol and drugs to come out their shell, and it's not always that. It's about your confidence. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, do you feel like the light heavyweight division is somewhat overlooked? I know you were nominated for the Prospect of the Year. Uh, you
Two
were an
years in a
honorable
row I
mention.
was
I
nominated.
think you should have won. I don't know how the hell you didn't win, but is it because of the division?
Uh I don't think it's a division. I think those guys got a chance to showcase their skills more on the PBC fight cards. I haven't been on all the PBC fight cards those guys been on. I feel like if I would have been given more exposure, and people would have seen it. If I was more active and given more exposure, hands down, people would have probably voted it was me. You see what I'm saying? But being as though I didn't have those opportunities, so I had to go on smaller time cards, and that didn't give me the opportunity to present myself and show the world. And I pretty much think that's what happened the year before that previously too, because everybody I ran up against had more TV time than I did.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Michael Angeletti, but
Yeah, that's my guy.
yeah, no, I mean, this ain't no disrespect to him. God bless him and congratulations. But I definitely think you should have got that. I mean, I know the light heavyweight division. It's the. I feel like you said what?
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody. I'm a hood celebrity. Everybody is.
You over there signing
That wasn't me. That
autographs?
was
Like,
somebody
yo, man,
different.
that's Atif. I
Yeah.
noticed that about you, man. Like, when I seen you in the gym that one time, you know, a lot of the young kids from the neighborhood will go up to you just to, what I'm saying, say what's up. Like, man, you know what I mean? They just wanted to be around your energy. And I always say, It matters who you train with. A lot of people say, "Yo, man, I train, bro. If you train around some dogs in a gym, you're gonna pick up some things, bro. You know,
Yeah,
you
that's
talk
definitely
about picking up things from even a young amateur. Like say you in the gym just working shadow boxing. There might be a young 16-year-old kid next to you who just popping his jab in a slick way, like, yo, I like how we shoot that jab out. I could apply that to my game. A lot of guys
right.
want to be who they see on TV. And at the end of the day, you can only be yourself. You know what I mean? God blessed you with your own body. People can't be Floyd. Like everybody just can't do the shoulder roll because you're not Floyd. Talk about the
Right.
importance of being who you is as a fighter. You know what I mean? A lot of people try to be Mike Tyson or be Atif Oberelton or be Crawford. Talk about the importance of just knowing your body and doing what you do good in the ring.
Because when it's all said and done, the great ones, they go down in history. You don't hear nobody say, "Oh, yeah, that guy was, he's one of the greatest. He reminded me just like Mike Tyson." You see what I'm saying? You don't see nobody say, "Oh, he reminded me of Muhammad Ali. He's as one of the all-time greats." All those guys had their own unique characteristics of themselves that stood out, and that's the reason why they're great. And people looking at them because they never seen something like them before. A lot of people think about it. A lot of people that you might say, "Oh yeah, he reminded me of Floyd Mayweather," or "He reminded me of Sugar Ray Leonard." You don't never hear about them. They at that moment you hear about them, but you don't hear about them for eternity,
Yeah,
for the
I
rest
hear
of the
what you're
history
saying.
books,
Yeah,
because yeah, it's not unique.
they
Now
trying
what
to
you
be
can do.
somebody else, maybe.
Exactly. You can pull from all the greats, and like I said, like we said once before, you can learn from everybody. I can look at, oh, I like the way Sugar Ray Robinson punched backing up. Or I like the way Joe Louis puts his body into his punch. You can take certain things, or I like Floyd Mayweather jab to the body, and I like his left hand to the head. You can take certain things off of a fighter, and you can incorporate it and make it into your own style. But you don't have to copy. You can be original. Everybody can be authentic. You just gotta live through trial and error.
Man, love that right there, man. Love that. At the end of the day, you're only gonna be yourself, man, for real. Yeah, hey, for those of y'all who don't know, whenever y'all see that little tank over everybody, that is this man right here, Atif Oberelton. Somebody
Yes,
say
sir.
tank over everybody, man. Love it.
Uh,
Yeah, that's him, man. This the man right here, man. Uh, hey, a lot of big things are happening in boxing next month. You're fighting. Uh, Javante Davis versus Hector Garcia is fighting. Do you feel that boxing is where it needs to be as going into the new year? Do you feel that it's higher than ever, or it needs mega fights like Spence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, Tank Ryan, and things like that? You know what I mean?
I think it's getting there, the heating up, or at least I hope it's getting there, because a lot of these guys go back and forth on the internet, and I'm not a fan of that. Like, if we gonna fight, let's fight. What we gonna do? We can go back and forth to build controversy, but it comes to a point in time we're not gonna keep arguing back and forth on the internet for 2 3 years. Like, when are we gonna fight? So like I'm not a part of that culture, and I feel like it's a good thing to get people arise. Like, woo, we see it, but I believe it when I see it. Because there's a lot of saying this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. So I believe it when I see it, but they saying there's gonna be bigger fights being made. So if that is the case and those things come true, then boxing is right on time to where it needs to start getting back to.
I love how you say you're not a big fan of going back and forth, man. To
I
me,
hate it.
I mean, it's cool if the fight's signed, but if it's
Right.
for nothing, to me, it's kind of corny. You know what I mean? Like
just
they
like
just
just like just like they say Twitter fingers. Like, when you sent me the Twitter and you asked me was that my Twitter, I was like, no, I don't have a
yeah.
Twitter.
I
Because I
thought
don't,
this
what I'm going to go on Twitter for, to keep arguing with people in my weight division. Like, I kind of take this sport very personal because it's my life. So I'm not about to get on the game on the Twitter and argue and play back and forth with you. Like, we gonna see what's up in the ring.
hey, I like that because why talk about it? Be about it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people just want the attention, the social media. A lot of people can't differentiate reality from their cell phone. You know what I mean? They just woofing on Twitter
Yeah,
all day.
and,
That's
and,
all
and
Twitter
that's what
is.
I'm saying. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not a fan of that culture because everybody can say something through a smartphone.
You know what I mean?
Everybody can go back and forth all day, but what you gonna do when that man is in front of you? So That's why I'm not really a fan of that.
No, no, that's dope. I think that's dope, man. I think a lot of fighters need to take more. A lot of fighters need to have that mindset, man. Everybody is just it's like they want to be social media famous these days,
Yeah,
man.
and
It's
quite
sad because
personally,
they
it's
fighters.
corny. It's corny to me. It's corny to me. It's more catty, like females do that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like it's real, come on.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, no doubt. Like they just, it's all about, and it's like that. Hey, if you a real man, you'll call the man. You'll hit that man's line. What you got to put it out for 100 million people could see it for. If you got something to say to that man, call him up and you know what I'm saying, DM him or something. Like they want to
Yeah,
put it out for an audience. It's like they want to entertain, man. Lil
yeah,
Durk said he goes, the internet it's like a movie. They need actors every day. You know what I mean? Somebody
yep,
got to be doing something stupid on the internet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hey,
Everybody do everything for the internet nowadays.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man. I love to see a fighter with that mindset, like, hey, man, forget about the internet, bro. What you gonna do when you see me in person or sign a contract? Then we could get to all that. I understand promoting a fight, but
Yeah,
these guys take it too
but
far, man. And
promote
to
the
be
fight
some of
when
your
we
favorite
got the.
fighters,
Let's
favorite
promote the
fighters.
fight when we got the fight. Like
Exactly.
you
Hey,
see what I'm saying?
if
Let's
hey,
do that.
as soon as it's signed, then I don't see no issue with that. But if they just woofing, it's pointless, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, man. I seen you talk about it before, but for the audience, Spence versus Crawford, man, you have an interesting take on it. I disagree with your take, but
Yeah.
Spence and Crawford, who do you favor?
I'm biased, man. I'm a Crawford guy. I
I
got a
know you
chance to
is.
meet him a few times. I like his boxing IQ. Spence has IQ too,
Yeah.
but Crawford boxing IQ. You can see the savvy things he do. His switching is amazing. And his ability to adjust. You know, I felt like Errol Spence fought everybody the same way, and it's been successful. So why change it? But I feel like Crawford's not going to lay down. A lot of he has dog in him too, and I've seen times where somebody wanted to bring the fight and he accepted the fight and brought it on. So he's not going to fold, and he's real savvy with his exchanges. He wins a lot of exchanges because he's good at punching in between shots and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a great fight.
I know Coach Sharon favors Spence. I seen that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't think that he do you think that he has the physicalness to you know what I mean to stand in the pocket and just because Earl Spence like to bang to the body, just break you down.
Yeah, and I think the physical thing is the thing that stands out with Earl Spence, like his physical,
Yeah,
bigness and like how he imposes his will on the guy. And
yeah.
I just don't think Crawford will stand in front of him the whole fight. I I'm sorry, somebody tried to call me,
No, don't worry
but
about
I
it.
also I also feel like Crawford is stronger than people think. As far as well, I can't say physical strength, but his crack, he can crack.
Yeah,
You know, so I think that'll be like part of the even softer. Like, oh, you pushing me around, but you feel his hands. So like that's my take on that.
that should be a good one, man. I think that's gonna be a good one. If you don't feel like Terrence Crawford by taking the Evanesian fight, Duck Spence in a way.
Now that I'm a professional, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as how many kids that man got, how many dogs he got. I
Yeah,
look at it as all right. It's the end of the year. If the negotiations are going slow and we're not reaching nothing yet to make the fight happen, I'm going to do what I got to do to feed my family. Money don't grow on trees out here, so why not take this 10 million or whatever they decided to fight for? Let it be a tune-up, and then let's see if we can get something for the top of the year, the middle of the year. So I don't. And if Spence was to do the same, I don't see what's wrong with it. You gotta get the money because in the meantime, in between fights, if most fighters, the only way you getting paid is when you fight. So I need to
yeah. I
fight.
was just gonna
So
say
we
that.
going
Yeah,
back and forth for like 3-4 months, and we still ain't say, all right, this is finally what we gonna do. We gonna sign the contract. I need to eat. So they saying this is a quick 10 mil for me to take. and get the ring rust off, I'm gonna take that boom, and then I'm gonna go on to the next fight. Then me and you can see what we can do. I'd advise Earl Spence to do the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Somebody say interesting take. Um, Speaking of that, of boxing, they say boxing is a lonely sport inside the ring, and once you retire, you know what I mean. Like people, after boxing, they really don't have a game plan set for afterwards. I know you signed to Al Heyman, and he's pretty good at mapping out people's career after boxing and life after boxing, man. To everybody watching, man, can you talk about having a game plan for when all this is over?
Oh yeah, I want to get into fashion. I want to be a fashion designer. I want to start my own high end. By that time, I had the resources and the connections and the money behind me to start my own high end clothing line, and I'll name it after my name. I
That's
want to be
dope,
mentioned.
bro.
Yeah, I want
Hey,
to be
that's
mentioned.
dope right there, man. I like that.
Yeah, I want to be mentioned with the top names: Christian Dior, Dolce Gabbana. I want to be a household name when it comes to that. And I wanted to go on past me. If I was to pass away, I want somebody else to take over as a creative director. I also want to get more into modeling, probably acting. All types of stuff like that.
I can
All
see,
types of
hey, bro, hey,
sponsorship.
real talk, bro. I can see you in like a movie, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like a state property type of joint. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's some of,
State
hey,
property.
for real, bro. You
So you,
fit
you
for
think I have a
the
gangster
bright
role?
screen.
What type of role would you want to see me at?
I don't know, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, based off your look right now, like with the girl and all that, the guy who drops off the dope and says, "Yo, bring me back my money. I'll be back around. If y'all ain't got that, I'm spraying the whole block."
I like that. I like that.
You know what I mean? Nah, but hey, state property type of joint. I think that movie's out of Philly, right? State property. That movie's out
Yeah.
of Philly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I think that's dope, man. I think professional boxers should always have other avenues. Because boxing is a sport where you can lose, and and in today's boxing, you take a couple losses and people tend to forget about you. It's like here today, gone tomorrow type of sport.
No, it's not that. I'm trying to go somewhere where I can get enough quietness. I try to go outside. Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, bro.
Now you good? You all good, bro? You all good right now?
Okay.
As long as everything's safe on that side.
Yeah, yeah. Everything's safe.
Oh, okay, you good? Okay.
The people loud in the city. You know how it is.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, but okay, well, all right. Somebody said, "What do you think about Andre Ward?"
Uh, as a fighter,
Yeah,
amazing. I'm just gonna say amazing. Very smart. Very boxing IQ and demeanor and attitude. All of the things you need to be a great. I would say, as far as him as a sportsman.
I know you got a son, right? And I always see you jogging with him, training with him, in the gym with him. I think that's dope, man. I think that a lot of the greatest duos are father and son. But at the same time, a father and son duo in boxing could either work really good or the father could have the son delusional. This is my personal opinion. I think Teofimo Senior got his son, a little delusional at times. You know what I mean? This is me saying this, but regarding your son, do you want him to get into boxing? Is he looking to, compete, or is he just always did he just pick it up because he sees you doing it?
Just something that he always wanted to do.
Yeah,
I'm just there, pushing him. He always had that drive. He want to be a great fighter. He want to be the greatest fighter of all time as well too. So,
that's
in
dope.
that way, it's competition, but it's good competition. I would love to push him. I wouldn't want to see anybody else do it, but if he want to do it, I'm going to help him do it.
Yeah,
And as far as like how the father and son thing goes, I'm whatever he wants me to be for him.
man,
If
that's
he want me
dope, bro.
to go ahead and be the full trainer, then I step in. Like I've been doing, teaching them all the tricks and all the things and the mindset. And if you feel like, all right, well, I'm more comfortable with this, then I'll help direct them to that. You see what I'm saying? I'll take my step back. I'll fill in wherever he needs me to be. So Like it's not one of those things where I'll be one of those fathers that, like, it's bad, like the Floyd Senior, Floyd Junior, where you feel like I'm smothering you or anything. The me being a fighter myself is understanding that the fighter needs to be 100% comfortable, and a happy fighter is a great fighter. So whatever makes them happy and comfortable, I'm gonna do it for them.
Man, that's dope, man. That's from what I see, a lot of fathers, it's like it's almost like they force their kids into doing something that they couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like due to the fact that you a fighter yourself, I think that's dope, man. Like you here for him and whatever he needs. I think that's dope, man.
Yeah, and the road work is just teaching him discipline and the mindset of a man. Going through life. I don't feel like it, but it's 4 in the morning. It's 20 degrees outside. You got to run because guess what? Ain't nobody else doing it. You got to work the hardest. You got to be the first one in the office. You got to stay disciplined. Even when you don't feel like doing things, you have to do them. And that's why I take him on the runs as well as his boxing workout, for the cardio, but it's also like a mental thing that I'm feeding him and a spiritual thing I'm feeding him and a certain mindset that I'm feeding him, whether it be for boxing or just in life in general. It's a lesson behind it.
Yeah, no doubt. I see a lot y'all be out there like 6 o'clock in the morning, dark outside. I be seeing y'all running on the Instagram, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I'd be like, man, I'll be like, um does Shorty want to run at that time, or is he being not being forced, but like, yo, get your ass up, and you know what I mean? I wonder that. So
yeah,
I think that's dope that you instilling that in him with what dedication means. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I think a lot of young kids nowadays, I ain't gonna lie, they lost, bro. They are lost, bro. They are just so caught up in either the streets or just everything that a young man should not be caught up in, man. And we talked about it last time about the importance of a father and especially in a young man's life. You talked about your father, how I mean he was always there for you. I think that's really important, man. It's like a lot of clowns be like it's like they be glorifying, like, yo, my pops wasn't there for me, this and this, but there ain't nothing to glorify, bro. I think nowadays, especially nowadays, bro, like you need that male figure in the crib, bro. I don't care what nobody talking about. Yeah, God bless your mama if she raised you by herself, and that's cool. But a father is very important in a household, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, no doubt. This man say Atif is a positive young man. Yeah, that's why he on here, bro. He very positive, and I like the man's mindset, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't always got to be shoot 'em up, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? Cursing people out, man. Like he say, a smart fighter is a dangerous fighter, man. A student of the game is always a dangerous fighter. And
Thanks, Easy Mike.
yeah, for sure. All right, man. I'm gonna hit you with some questions like I did last time. You let me know the first thing that pops into your head. All right. At the end of 2023, Atif Oberelton.
World champion, or like on a the knocking right there at the door for world champion, basically
Yes,
unlocking
sir.
the door, like, here I come, you ready?
They gotta know your name, bro. I mean, like I'm saying, like by the end of the year, bro, you should be talked about amongst the Bevos, the Arthur Better Beers, hey, I think you'll wash Anthony Yard. That's my opinion. You're not saying no negative. I think
I
you'll
love your
wash
opinion.
dude, bro. Wash dude.
I love your
Anthony
opinion.
Yard. Come on, man.
uh,
And he about to fight Arthur Better. I don't know. I don't like dude. I don't
right.
like. To me personally, I don't like muscle men in boxing. I think all that muscle don't mean a damn thing. You know
Where
what I
I
mean?
feel
Muscle
you, I
don't mean
definitely,
nothing. You know what I mean? You know that.
yeah, I'm a skinny dude, so
Yeah,
I'm
hey, I
similar.
was gonna say, like the lankiness, you got good reach,
Yeah,
southpaw, switch stances. A lot of people don't know how much speed you got too. I seen a sparring session where you crack dude, you rock this one dude, and he went to go look at his. He was like adjusting his cup when he got hit in the head. It made no sense. Dude was all he
yeah.
had the Tweety Birds around his joint. I remember that, man. But I as a father in 10 years, you wish blank for your son.
To be a successful young man, in and out the ring or whatever career he chooses. He's successful. He has manners. He knows how to treat people right. You know, they treat him right. Respect is given as well as is earned. And just supporting him. If he starts his own family or whatever he want to do, just supporting him. But I really want to see that success, and I want to see everything pay off, and I want to see everything I've been striving for him as a young man, you know, coming to the light.
That's dope, bro. We got a question here. He say, Atif, what do you think about your next opponent, Rusov? I think he touched on that earlier, but go ahead.
I think that he's going to be game. I think he's going to try to come forward and be strong, and I think that I'm going to show him that's not what he wanted to do. Anything that he want to do, I'm going to counteract it. But I'm definitely not taking him lightly at all. But I'm not taking myself, you know, lightly at all neither. So
You stay in the gym, right? I mean, every time I see, I follow Mark. I mean, like every time he in the gym, you in the gym. I mean, like it's good to be a gym rat. You know what I
yeah, I
mean?
live there.
Yeah, he live in the gym.
Yeah,
He said, Atif, how do you take away the taller fighter's jab? Oh, Matthew, this young man's an amateur boxer. He a follower. You know what I mean? He's always
okay,
asking tips. Yeah, he said, how do you take away the taller fighter's jab and effectively neutralize foot movement? That's a good question.
yeah. So it depends. It'd be two ways. You can make the taller guy come to you, and you can make him fall in, because when he fall in and he's punching down, he's giving his height up. I say if you the smaller guy, stay the smaller guy. Get low. Make it hard for him to touch you to where he has to reach down, and you have more leverage, and you can hit him to the body, you can hit him to the head, you can hit him with anything you want. Also, cutting off the ring is very important. And defense, whether it be your blocking coming in or your head movement, work on that, and doubling up and tripling your punches, your jabs. You know, use 3 or 4 jabs to get there. Your feints, and you know, smart pressure, cutting off the ring, feinting, moving your head, touching the body when you get there. So he moves much slower once you got to him.
I love that smart pressure, not just wilding out, throwing 100 punches that ain't landed, hitting all elbows and shoulders and gloves. You know what I mean? Smart pressure. Love that. Love that. You say Atif is the man. Yeah, I believe so. I believe he should have won Prospect of the Year, but that's a whole nother story, man. All right, man. Tell everybody where to follow you at, Atif.
You can follow me at NITF We Trust, INATIF We Trust, on Instagram, Facebook. You can friend me Atif Oberelton, ATIF, and then last name OBERLTON. I
Telling y'all,
appreciate you.
man, by
Thanks
the
for
end of
asking.
2023, y'all really gonna see this man as a contender, or right, they're gonna be talking about him kind of how they talking about Boots Ennis right there for the title. Like, yo, when this man gonna get his shot? Um, I believe that in my heart, bro, for real. Mature and great. Hey, man, you getting all love in the chat right now, man. I love this. I love having people on where the people feel your mindset and where you're coming from, man. That's why I wanted to have questions where you just, let people know who you are as a person. I love that, man.
And that's why y'all like doing the interviews, because they can get to know me more as a person instead of judging the exterior, because they might see the gold teeth and they might see the flashiness and they might think certain ways about me, but you don't know me as a person. So I like to, you know, show people who I am as a person.
No doubt, man. I think you probably the one of the most how do I say you could have an intellectual conversation, like you know what I mean, like you also have deep thought. You a student of the game. You're not just I'm not dropping no names, but like shoot them up, bang bang, just brash and just being ignorant. You know what I mean? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you actually have a you could be a positive role model for your up and coming amateur boxers. I like that. You know what I mean? And you're always
Yeah,
willing
yeah,
to give advice to the generation coming up behind you. I love that.
right.
We got the females in here. So okay, hey, this is a married man, y'all. Females, chill, chill. she also. All right, but thank you so much, brother, man. I really appreciate you, bro. I know you outside busy right now and everything, but I always appreciate you tapping in, bro. I think I did
Oh,
better this interview than my first interview. You know what I mean? But I always appreciate you showing love to the channel, man. I wish you the best of luck next month on your fight. I think you from the wash, Mr. Brusov. I don't
yeah,
know him. The
that's
only
right.
reason I know him is because of you. And
Right.
I believe the last image I'm gonna see of this Brusov guy is him stretched. You know what I'm saying?
I
believe
like
he's
that.
gonna
I
stretch
like that.
dude.
And I'm following that energy. I'm following up on the energy. And we gotta
Hey,
do another interview. My bad, man. This interview was horrible.
it's okay. It's
On
okay.
my
Hey, bro, you always welcome on our channel, bro. Hey, it's more interviews to come, bro. I know you outside, bro, and I know you in Philly. Hey, speaking of that, bro, a lot of people don't live in the real world, bro. Atif, you know what I'm saying? Like you still in the city that you was born in. I love that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you didn't get bougie and move to California. You
I
know
don't
what
want
I'm
to
saying?
get soft.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, man, to everybody, man. Oh, look, Mr. Corman Moore, 17-time national champ from Mayweather's gym.
Thanks, champ. I appreciate it, man. Yo,
Yeah,
keep
man.
doing your
Yo,
thing.
that's
Your
the
name
man
ringing
right there. You
bells.
got to give me an interview too, man. The Money Team Zone. Thank you for
Yeah,
tuning in,
yeah,
man.
yeah. He ringing
All right,
bells out
y'all.
there. Keep doing it.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, you got to jump on, young man. All right, man. Till next time, thank y'all for tuning in. Atif Oberelton. Y'all can watch him next month. Let me pull it up so I don't get it wrong. Friday, January 20th, 7 p.m. He will be taking on Brusov. Brusov finna get slept. You know what I mean? But thank everybody for tuning in, man. Southpaw 773 TV, where I keep it real and I don't give a damn how y'all feel. I'm gone.